Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can, my lovely. Hang on, I might have it too loud. I do. There we go, it's better. Get rid of all the things. Everything's popping up on my screen, left, right, and centre. Oh, are you cold enough, Sandra?
Do you know, I'm too bloody busy to even think about the temperature. Yourself?
It's cold here. It is cold.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, we've got the new furnace site, I think it's called. This new coal that was sticking on the fire, and it's
Oh, yeah.
great. It's lasting right the way overnight.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah,
brilliant. So
yeah.
you've been at all sorts of events recently?
Yeah. I kind of got back from Mexico, which is a whole other bloody story. And landed, and then kind of went straight into it. But I've had a bit of a cock up because I based this year's sales on last year's with a little bit extra, and I sold out in the first weekend. There are worse problems to have, but fucking hell.
That's a really good problem to have, is that you
Yeah,
what you're going to take and actually you sold out on day one.
it's just crazy. I've never had them three deep at the table before.
Oh, that's
And they
fantastic.
were fighting to try the body butters and hand balms, and I'm like, it's just mad.
So you're going to
So
tell me
I'm
you've got
playing.
no body
I'm definitely
butters?
playing catch up.
Have you got no body butters left?
I'm making body butters. I'm just about up to here in body butters at the minute. Yeah, they're
It's
easy
really
enough to
weird.
do. So
I think it's very mixed for people, and I think it really depends on the events that they're going to
yeah,
and how much research they've done before just booking the event, which is
yeah,
something, as you know, I've always harked on about, because
yeah,
you can absolutely just go to an event blind, but you have to understand that it could be a brilliant win or an absolute flop. There's
yeah,
no way of knowing
absolutely.
which ones are going to be the ones where people resonate with your products and the ones that, you might as well have been a tombola.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
There's no getting around that. And I think, some people are doing their first ever events. They're not used to doing events. And then they're like, oh, I expected to take more money. And then you've got other people like yourself who are like, oh my God, I didn't have enough, or I've already run out and I've got these other events booked.
mm-hmm.
How am I going to get enough stock made in time? So it's
I mean, luckily enough, I've got enough soaps, and that's kind of the main thing.
because
The
that
soap's
takes some
made. Yeah,
time.
the
Yeah,
rest I can make on a daily basis if I need to.
yeah.
It's not exactly. I'm thinking I'll be coasting. I'll be great. Just pick up a few more bits and pieces. No,
Yeah.
I'm
You
doing the
might.
events, coming home and making.
If it's things like the body butters and things that are going well for you right now, and you need to be able
Yeah,
to scale them, because when you get, a little bit more established like you are now, you need to think of ways to work clever.
yeah,
And that means being able to scale your production to save you
yeah,
time so that you can kind of make more in one go, and then you can use that time for other things. So
yeah,
one of the things that you could do would be to go to something like a Hobart, or a
yeah.
cheaper equivalent, a large catering mixer.
That's
Um,
exactly what I'm going to be doing.
and then you can actually make up one big batch of the base of your body butter,
Yeah,
and you can split it off and then add the essential oils in smaller batches,
yeah,
and then the
yeah,
whole lot's done. It's
yeah.
that will definitely help you. And then if you do melts and you do bath bombs and things, you'll use it for that as well, so it will
Mm.
scale for a few different things in your business.
Yeah, it's definitely where I need to be. I mean, I'm working off three mixes at the moment, because obviously you can only fit so much into the thing. So I'm
Yeah,
doing three mixes, and one broke. So it's still good for shampoos and things like that because I can still use the K hook.
yeah,
But it's the actual balloon whisk has gone on it. It just
yeah.
broke into a million pieces.
If you go on eBay,
Yeah,
if it's a well-known brand, you'll almost certainly be able to get another just
the whisk.
balloon whisk.
Yeah.
And depending on the brand, just do a Google search as well. You'll almost certainly be able to buy the spares.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah. I mean, I've got his nibs on the case.
Good. I
So
mean,
there's not enough space in my head to even try and do it at the minute.
no, I know. I mean, if you can get over here, you can borrow a couple of mine to get you through, but it's still a trek coming all the way over. But I'm willing. I've got loads.
That's actually really kind of you. But as of tomorrow, I'm now working every day right up until the 19th.
So it's more about selling.
Yeah, that's my next day off.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
But thank you.
Well, if you need to, you can send someone over to come and pick them up, and you can at least get mixing and getting them done. But today, I wanted to go through a couple of things because we're in the final stretch really for Christmas this year.
Yeah.
And it's all about sell, trying to get yourself known. And part of that is building your social media. Why am I in black? I look completely black, like I've been up a chimney. Hang on. No, that makes it worse. Oh well, it is what it is.
Oh, hello.
So one of the things that I mentioned the other day was something that's been working really, really well for Jenny and Illy, where we've got some stock of the candles that they've made. And while they were doing all of the like initial testing and playing with like different color combos, all sorts of different things, really, they've encountered some problems with the wax blends or the colors or all sorts of things, but they saved loads and loads of the candles up.
Yeah.
We've always called them fuck-uppies. But there's nothing wrong with the candle. It will still burn completely normally. It's just that they're not visually how they would like them to be. So they're not going to sell them. So what we decided was they're doing the Leeds Christmas market at the moment. And they decided that to boost their Instagram, they would offer one of these free taper candles to anybody who used the QR code and signed up to follow them on Instagram.
Right.
Which is a little bit different because normally when you do events, you put like a free sample into the bag when they buy something. And I mean, that's always worked really, really well. People really enjoy that. And that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's something to be said for actually capturing people who are looking at your stuff. They've seen your stuff. The name is now on the mind, but now you're giving them a reason to actually start following you on social media, because we know it takes quite a lot of touch points with a customer before they start to really know, like, and trust your brand enough to buy. And if they only see you at 1 or 2 events, it's not going to be enough for them to start going online and ordering from you or going and seeing you at other events. So they decided that they would implement all of these fuck-uppy candles and they gift them to people who signed up rather than just putting them into people's baskets, you know, when they actually ordered. And literally in 10 days, they've got almost 500 extra followers just from that, which is huge. So they started on 104 people, which is a teeny tiny amount of people, and they only use Instagram at the moment. And they're now on, I think it's 574 that they're on. Let me just have a look. Pretty sure it is.
So what they're doing this at a live event? Yeah.
So they're at the Leeds Christmas market. It's an outdoor event. And as people are looking at the stuff, they've got a little A4 poster up with a QR code on it, and they tell people about it. And people are like, what, I get something for free just for doing that? And it's like, yeah. And they think there's some kind of catch or something. But they are absolutely up for it. They love the fact that they're getting something for free.
So are they giving it to them there and then? Yeah. Or are they posting it out?
Yeah, no, it's right there at the actual event.
Okay,
She's just got a little basket there that's got a whole collection of different ones in, and then when she runs out, she just replenishes them periodically.
Yeah.
But but they're still buying the candles, but they're loving the fact that they've got a free one. If they've got a child with them, the child gets to pick something while the parents are shopping, so it keeps them engaged. And then she's had people sending the pictures through of them with their free candle or their free candle in a holder at home, and people messaging her saying what a lovely, thought it was and how much they've actually loved the candles. But they've also told other people, they've not just clicked and followed, they've shared some of her posts. They've gone on and they've liked lots of posts. They've made comments on different posts. So they're actually engaging with her channel as well, because they're thrilled that they've got a free product. So I was thinking about this because it's going to be a really great way, because when you first start out on something like Instagram, it's really, really slow at first. But once you get up to like 1,000 followers, it gets faster. And then once you get into the next stage, it gets even faster. And it's like a snowball. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So getting over that initial hump, you know that people are interested in your product because they've stopped and looked at your products. So it's not some random thing.
Yeah.
They're already interested in you and your brand, and they're looking at your products. So you've got them right there, but you're giving them a little bit of something. And I was thinking, how could you do that with soap or other types of cosmetics? And in the past, there's always the end cuts, or there's a batch that's not quite right, or it doesn't look cosmetically pleasing. There's something not right with it, but it's completely safe still. Or you might have old stock where the fragrance isn't as good, or it's dwindled a bit and you want fresh stock out. All of that can be utilized, but you don't want to give them full-size bars. So you did Soap Business in a Box.
No.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
No. I know it feels like I did, but I didn't.
No. On Soap Business in a Box, we teach people how to make little thank you cards, sampler cards.
Yeah.
And it has like 2 little slits, and then you slide the piece of soap in, and you can put a message on there. Well, imagine if you did that, but you also had your website and a QR code to follow you on your social media. Well, you know that they're going to be on social media because they've signed up to actually get it. But you could put, if you're doing that for Instagram, getting them signing up for your Instagram, then you could put your link to, say, your Facebook there, or you could put some kind of code for them to use on the website there. But you want to make it so that it's the next step forward for them is to go back to either your social or your website. And I definitely think that you could do it by cutting the bars down or using your end cut.
Yeah.
You could also do, if you've got really, really skinny end pieces, or, really thin pieces, when you're doing the planing, for example.
Yeah.
Plane any of your soaps?
I don't.
Okay.
I actually cut mine to a specific size, so I get a band that I cut into, like.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for people who do have end cuts, or they cut the sides off, or they're doing planing, to get perfectly smooth bars, or for people who use bevelers or vegetable peelers, to bevel the edges and knock the edges off. All of those little pieces can be saved up. And you can also grate down some of the, really messed up bars, and you can grate them down or make shavings. And then those can just go into a little bag. And that could be what you gift. And then I thought another thing that I think would be really useful as well, because you need things that are either going to be free stock that really isn't going to cost you anything at all. It's going to be minimal, or something that you can make that's still going to be a minimal cost. And one of the things is lip balm, because lip balm is so inexpensive to make. And you don't have to go with really expensive packaging. It might not be the packaging that your normal lip balms are done in, but it's a free product, and it doesn't have to be a massive size either. But it's about giving them a reason to sign up and start getting that name in front of them over and over and over again. So when they do need these products, you're the company that they think of, because you're flashing up on their feed all of the time. Now, so she started with 104 followers and she's got 574 now in 10 days. I think it's a little less than 10 days. And of all of the people that have signed up, only 2 have unsubscribed. So it's not like they've just all signed up and then unsubbed. They're all still following her, which I think is great. And she's had a couple of people message her because they're like, well, such and such told me that you were down there, but I can't find you. It's like, well, great, because they're passing the information on, telling other people as well, which is brilliant. So I really, really feel that you could do this. So you might do like a small sampler jar of your body butters. It doesn't need to be something massive. It could be a lip balm. It could be end cuts of soap. It could be soap that's lost its fragrance or the colour is off. Or
I have hundreds of just little slips, we'll call them.
Yeah.
And I have hundreds of pay packets, which I bought for a project 3 years ago, and it could just slip into the pay packet.
It can. Or not vellum, what the heck's the name of them? You know, those kind of semi-translucent bags?
Yeah.
You could
glassine.
Glassine. You could just literally have a little glassine bag, and then you could just put a label on with, you know, your contact details and, you know, thank you and the website and everything on there as well. But yeah, I really would be thinking, I know it might be too late for you to do a whole lot this year, but seriously, I mean, you've got the whole of next year already booked, haven't you, for your events?
Just about, yeah. Just about.
So every time that you do an event, make sure that you've got something there. If you run out, you run out.
Yeah.
You know. But then you know, if you can see that it's actually helping you to really boost your numbers and get seen more, then that's a huge win, because once they're on there, you can do things which then get them onto your email list, and then you can start sending them emails and special offers and all of the other things in your business too. Let them know events that you're going to be at, and just get more visually seen. Get over that initial hump of trying to actually build your numbers. It's the hardest time. So anything that you can do to boost that has got to be a bonus. So I think they worked out, well, they're gonna surpass it, but they wanted 500 followers by the end of the event, and 10 days in, they've almost reached that 500. So I think they'll be at least 1,000 extra followers by the end of the event, which would cost them about £300 in stock. But actually, it's dead stock anyway. She'll probably have to make some candles actually to give away, daft as it sounds, but in total it would be about £300. And if you think of what it costs you to get 1,000 genuine followers, that's actually nothing. If you were to do ads, Facebook ads or any other type of ads, it would be so much more than that. It's an absolute breeze. And she already knows that they're people that they've come to the stall, so she knows they're interested in those candles. So I really wanted to kind of just expand a little bit on that and have everybody really just thinking about how they could take that forward, whether they're going to put a little card or a little bag or something that really looks nice, that people are like, oh, do I really get that for free?
Yeah.
Next year, it might be that it's not even one of the soaps or the other products. It might be like a home fragrance product or something that's just got basic CLP in there that you can use as a freebie. It doesn't have to be one of your main products.
Yeah. One of the I know you did a video on door hangers.
Yeah.
I mean, they work out nothing, and it's all stock fragrances that I'm not going to use.
Yeah.
They've been fantastic. So even one of them, which look fantastic.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah. Making little scented plaster blocks or things like that. Really inexpensive and quick to make.
Yeah.
but it looks really, really nice, and it still ties in with the overall theme of your products. So it's a great way of them actually experiencing the scents that you use on your stall.
Yeah.
So 100%. I hope that gives you all some ideas, because I know we've only got what 17 days or so to go before Christmas now, but you've still got a bit of time when you're doing events to do something, and you can improve on that next year when you go out and start doing events next year too.
Yeah.
So I think it's absolutely genius, because we were always just giving away stuff when people ordered, when they were buying stuff on events, we'd always stick something free in for them or a sample. But now we're switching that, and instead of it just being a free sample going in there, it's actually getting them signing up.
So do they sign up there and then? Do you
There and
say,
then.
if you sign up, I will
Yep.
give you this?
Yep. And all they
Okay.
have to do is take their phone.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a QR code.
Yeah, they just literally go to their phone. They hold it up in front of the QR code, and it comes up with a little button saying scan, and they press that, and it links straight through to your Instagram account, and they just press join. Boom. There and then, done. But you can do the same if you're not on Instagram. You can do exactly the same if you want to boost your Facebook group.
Right.
But Instagram is lovely and visual, so you can have lots of really gorgeous pictures, reels of, behind the scenes, little small clips. The thing with Instagram is it's tiny, it's 5, 8, 10 seconds. You're not sitting there having to talk for an hour into a phone, feeling nervous and anxious and thinking, what the hell do I say? It's tiny little snippets that you're kind of teasing out all of the time. So it doesn't take a lot of time for you to do either. So if you're boxing someone's order up, you just make literally a quick shot of you making it up, and that's your reel.
Yeah. Unfortunately, my Instagram has actually broken the link, and I cannot get it back.
Oh no.
I've tried all sorts of things, and it's just saying this link is broken. I mean, Facebook, I've got all of those, but I don't have the Instagram link anymore. Don't know what's happened.
Was it just Respect Soaps?
Yeah.
All right,
it's there, but I've got no access to it at all.
Oh, you can't get into anything on your Instagram? How many
I can get into the dog range, so I'm thinking of changing that to Respect, just to try and have some kind of something, because I don't do the dog stuff anymore.
Yeah, I think it would be a really good idea for you to have an Instagram account, because anything that you put on Instagram, you can set up to automatically post on your Facebook page and vice versa. So that way you're getting out on 2 platforms. So if they're not people who go on Facebook, you can still catch them on Instagram and vice versa, but you're only doing one lot of work. To me, we're all busy. Who's got time to sit there and do everything? Honestly. What do you think, Julie? Can you see this working for you?
Yeah, I when you're saying that, I got an assessment last week, another assessment for bath salts.
Perfect. So cheap to do.
So cheap, and I bought some little bags off Amazon like you do, and they're about that big. They're not the right ones, but as you were saying that, my labels are beautiful because I'm with Canva, so I'm blessed, I pay for Canva. And when you were saying that, I thought, do you know what? I could get some bath salts and put them in there, put a label on, put my details on, a little de-stress, Christmas de-stress or something.
A little wellness packet.
Yeah.
It'd be lovely for them.
Yeah, a little Christmas de-stress treat or something. And I thought, because I bought them and I just thought, what the hell am I going to do with them? I'm number dyslexic. So when it comes to sizes, and of course I'm like 60, so I still in feet and inches, me. I don't do metric.
I'm in all of them all at once.
I'm like,
Can you come and
and,
sort this out?
when you said that, I just thought, do you know what? I could do that with those little bags and give them. Thank you so much for, and there's a little treat for you.
I really think that would work so well. If you did that as some kind of like de-stress or a chill pack or whatever it was,
Yeah,
something for wellness for people as just
yeah.
as a treat, I think that would be great. And again, you could use the we were just mentioning, weren't we, those little glassine bags or
Oh
something.
yeah.
You could even put them in something like that.
Something like that. And I've
Oh, it
got
would be
those little
wonderful.
hype bags as well and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that would be absolutely great. Well,
Yeah.
what I've done, I have put something together, she says. Where is it? So I've got a little thing which kind of just talks about it, and I'll put this up. I'm not screen sharing. 1 second. Screen share. So I've done this, so it kind of goes through what method we're using, and why, what the benefits are, and then there's some additional ideas, a little bit about the statistics. So normally engagement rates with brands on Instagram is 4 to 6% engagement. And ours is 450% at the moment, which is a significant increase. But it really is. We were worried that people would sign up and then just unsubscribe, and that just hasn't happened at all. Not at all. So it's been just such a win. It really, really has. So I will put this up so that you can kind of read through it in more detail. But I wanted to take it a little bit further. Can you still see the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it say Christmas countdown is on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so because it's the last 17 days, it's really difficult because the things that I would normally want to tell you to do, I'm very conscious that you'll be coming up to the last postage days fairly soon. So some of the stuff that you put out on social media won't be applicable because you're going to be stuck, not able to actually post. So I did things in a kind of two-pronged approach, and I looked at how you can still get some last-minute sales in using your social media by using things like flash sales or exclusive offers. And because everyone talks about the 12 days of Christmas, you could really use that as part of this, your offers as being over 12 days or part of that even. So I've put this together, and it's really about teasing them and putting little bits and pieces down and making the countdown to Christmas fun by offering some kind of a deal or a featured product on each of the days to kind of give them a reason to buy. And then I've put a little bit in about making the most of social media. So stories on Instagram or Facebook are the way to go on this, because it's really about connecting with what you're doing and the special offers. It's not generic, it's very, very specific. And these are literally just little snippets about catching them up and letting them know the latest deals. You can use things like countdown stickers for some excitement. You can do ads if you want to run ads. But you can make your posts really fun and festive, and then help people find a really easy way to go straight to those offers. Make sure that there's a link that takes them straight to that particular thing, not just the front page of your site. Then there's some bits about personal messages to people. Just keeping things chatty, nice and friendly and light, nothing too heavy and too hard at this time of the year. And then a couple of little tips. But rather than just kind of telling you all of this, I thought I'd show you it kind of actually planned out in kind of in person. So I took yours, Sandra, because I was sitting here this morning and I was like, I want to actually kind of show you exactly how to put it out. And you'd already messaged on Facebook about tonight's thing. So I've used your business as an example on this one. And if anyone ever wants me to use their business, just let me know in advance. And then when I'm putting everything together, I can use one of your products or your business in general. I love using your brands themselves. So I took the Instagram campaign for this last 17 days using one of your products, Sandra, which was the rose geranium body butter.
Okay.
Because I thought that's probably one of your best sellers out of the body butters.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's probably the third best, but yeah.
Oh, is it?
Surprisingly enough, yeah.
You had one called, was it Harmony or something? But I thought that was
Salvation.
unfragranced.
Salvation.
That was it. Yeah, and I thought is that unfragranced?
Yep, that's the that I do a whole line of Salvation for people with eczema and stuff like that.
Okay. So I didn't go for that one because it was unfragranced.
Yeah.
And I literally just took your description of the product off of the website and started playing around with it. And this is what we've got. So for your Instagram stories on day one, you can post a story with a picture of the body butter. And then there's a little bit of text to use to actually put with it in your story. And then stay tuned for a special surprise. Day two, you put a little countdown sticker up. And this is Instagram, which you're not using at the moment, though. But you'll know how to do it for future. But you could do the same thing on Facebook as well. But you're putting a little countdown timer up there to let them know it's not, it's literally just a quick sale. And just letting them know that they can grab it at an amazing price or whatever the deal is. And then you can put your regular post up on Instagram because you've put a story up. Now you're going to put a post up, which is separate. And you've got a little one that comes up there. And then you could do an Instagram live as well. You could go live, talk about the benefits or a little bit about it, talk about what you're doing, where you're showing, all of those kind of things. You could do that. And then it's also scheduled out as a Facebook campaign. So you are using Facebook, so you could definitely do that. So the first one is announcing the deal. Day two is sharing any customer reviews or photos or just talking about it a little bit more. And then number three is putting up a quiz or a poll about the products. And you can use both platforms to create not just a single product offer, but talking about a gift idea alert or a bundle package or a gift set or something like that you might have put together with a range of products. You need to put in the date that that they need to order by to get guaranteed delivery because we're at that time of the year. But the majority of it is exactly the same. And then there's a little bit of strategy here about using Instagram and Facebook for localized posts. And the reason I put this one up is a little bit different. And this is because you can sell right up to Christmas Eve. And every year, Jennifer gets people who literally, and I'm not saying to do this at all, but she does. So she will get messages from people who haven't got a present because someone has unexpectedly turned up for Christmas or is going to be visiting them at Christmas and they weren't expecting to see them, so they've got no gift. And they will actually turn up at the house, they'll place an order with her and they will come and actually pick up a gift set or a kit or something that they need urgently for a gift, or something that they need for the mum because mum's turning up unexpectedly or they're now able to go there, whatever it is. And she takes probably, I don't know, a couple of £100 probably
Mm.
on Christmas Eve from idiots.
I was just thinking that's what I want. Because I don't want to sell online. I just, it's not something I want.
Yeah. Exactly. So she actually uses Facebook Marketplace
Right.
to
Okay.
advertise the things in the last couple of weeks.
Right.
And then they
Okay.
contact her last second because they've got no gifts and they need them that night.
Right.
And she's there, opens the door, takes the money and hands the stuff over. Done.
I know when you're on courses, she comes in, gets all the stuff off the shelves, and then she totters out, and then about an hour later she'll come back, get another lot.
She does. And
She does. It's great. It's
Yeah.
just absolutely
And I don't know
fabulous.
if any of you actually use Facebook Marketplace for your products.
Yeah.
You can put them up, you know, your gifts.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah.
It's free. It's completely
It's
free.
free. You've just got to
So-
join all in your local area.
Yeah,
Just Google, you know, I don't know where you live, but just put,
exactly. But
you
it will
know,
show
buy now,
up.
sell, swap, or buy now, sell, and
Yeah.
just go onto your local ones because, yeah,
That's right. But it will actually show up nationally. So although it will show up with the people who are in your
Yeah.
local area first, it goes to the top of their feed, but it will show it to anybody searching for that type of product anywhere in the country. So some of them will contact you and will say, can you ship this? And then you can say, yes, I can ship it for you.
yeah.
And then they send you the bank transfer or you send them the invoice and they pay it or whatever you do. And then you send them the product. But look,
And the best thing about it, Sandra, as well, is that when you create one post, and if you've joined lots, it'll say, where do you want to put it? You just go click, 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 all the way down and you just fire the button.
Yeah.
So is that part of Meta?
No,
It's
it's
part of
just
Facebook.
Facebook.
Oh, right.
When you go into Facebook,
Mm.
as soon as you go into Facebook itself,
Yeah.
let me show you where it is.
What area do you live in, Sandra?
In the northeast,
Where's that?
like Darlington, Stockton.
Yeah, well, just put Darlington buy now, sell, swap.
But you
And
don't.
it'll
even
I mean, I'm
need
on
to do that.
loads.
So when you go into Facebook, I don't know if
Yeah.
at the bottom when you're on your phone, you've got your home
Yeah.
page. You know, your little house.
Yeah.
You've got friends, and then the third one across is Marketplace. Have you got it?
It's a picture of a little market stall.
It looks a bit like
No.
a house, but it's got a different roof. And then when you go in, you get all of the things showing up for sale all over the country because it's generic at that point. And then it says sell for you local or more. And it's
not there.
Days picks.
Oh, wow.
You haven't got.
I can't find. Oh, I found it. I've got it. Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah.
There you go. So you can search for specific items.
Yeah.
Or you can just look at what it's wanting to show you at any one time.
Okay. I shall
Instead of
have a look
selling
at
on
that while
eBay
I'm
and
sat
having-
doing what I'm doing.
Yeah. Instead of something like eBay where you've got fees,
Mm-hmm.
you can stick that up on there, and until you actually say that it's sold, that listing will stay up there. And periodically they'll just send you a message saying, is this item still for sale? And you just go, yeah. So you list it once, but you could sell that same product 50 times if you wanted to.
Wow.
Completely
Wow.
free. And then another one that's similar is Spock.
Okay.
Where's
that? Is that an app?
Yeah. Let me just Spock. SHPOCK. And that's exactly the same. It's a buying and selling near me kind of app. So it comes up with all of the bits and pieces, and then you can put your classified up on there. It's one of the largest marketplaces for local buying and selling. So you could do that as well.
Yeah.
But they're all extras over and above. And big businesses, I mean, you'll find, people who are selling mattresses and furniture and God knows what, they all advertise on these platforms because it's free. It's free advertising for the business. But because we're in the final countdown and you're going to have a cutoff for your delivery, that doesn't mean that you have to stop selling actively on your social media feeds. So I thought, well, how can they kind of still be putting posts out and letting people know that if they haven't done any shopping and they've left it to the last minute, you are the place to go and get those gift sets and those other products from. And you can do localized posts letting people know that they can actually still pick stuff up from you if they're local. So you turn your posts, instead of being more, national, you turn them to local posts talking about the fact that they can actually, and make it like in this second one, special pickup offers, exclusive for our local fans. Come and pick up your rose geranium body butter directly from us and enjoy a special discount. Or if you don't want to put a special discount, you could put whatever other deal. And that could be, one of these freebies that we've been talking about. So it could be the packet of salts, it could be that they get the soap scraps, whatever it is, you can put that in there. Support local and treat yourself. So it's just a simple little post, but all of your posts at that time of the year, if you can't post out to people, then it needs to be about they can come and meet you on such and such market stall, so they can order in advance and come and collect on that market that you're at, or that event that you're at, and pre-order, or they can come and actually pick it up from you at a set time. So think about, you might be too busy and you might be thinking, hell, I can't do that as well. But for some people, they might not have events on right now, and there's still 17 days of opportunity for you to sell if you get in front of people. Even if you take one little photo of one gift set and you stick it up onto your Facebook or Instagram and say, I've got this beautiful thing. If you're looking for the perfect gift for your mum, your girlfriend, your aunt, whatever, DM me and I'll get you hooked up for Christmas. It's just about really getting in front of people all of the time at this time of the year and making sure that they know that they can buy from you.
Yeah.
Has that helped?
It really has. It's a lot of stuff to take in.
It is.
Some of the simpler things, because I have obviously preloaded all of the, I'm here, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. That's all just sat. But because I'm so local in the last week, the last few days I'm trading, it could be come to Yarm,
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So they could
can't post it out to you, but we're now doing pickups.
Yeah. So that might just be that they DM you their order, just message you the order, because your website will probably be set up so that it adds the shipping on.
Yeah.
But they can just message it to you, or they can email it to you, and then it can be there waiting for them. So we work with a company over in Poland. People put their orders in and then they go to the store after work to collect the orders. And it's really weird because the store is fairly quiet all through the day, but there's a regular, there's people in and out all of the time, but it's not like it's ever full. But once it gets to 5 o'clock and everyone's finished work, they're queuing out the door to come and pick their orders up. It's bizarre. And that's exactly what they do. So in their lunch break, they'll put their orders in, or the night before, or even that morning, they'll put an order in, and then they know that they can go there after 5 o'clock and pick it up on the way home. Everyone wants things that are simple.
Yeah.
The easier that you make things, the more that you'll sell. And other things that you can do as well. Maybe I know that this is an awful lot and you might not be able to do all of this this year, but it's things to think about going forward in the future. People do not like having to wrap presents up themselves. They hate it, especially men, because they're not so good normally at wrapping presents up. They haven't gone out and bought all of the things that they need to wrap stuff up. And it's just an extra task on the list. But if you could offer a gift set for them so that they can just tick off how many people they need to buy for, and it's already wrapped, and all they need to do is to fill in the to and from gift card on the front, win. They absolutely love that. But to go and buy something and then think about how they're going to wrap that is just an absolute headache for them. They don't want it.
Yeah, I mean, I do offer a gift wrap at this time of year. It's an additional cost, but the people are taking us up on it.
Yeah, even when you're doing events on your, market stalls or events, craft fairs, whatever, you can do things where, just like the really nice gift bags and tissue paper, where you wrap the stuff up in the tissue so it can't be seen, and then you have all of the kind of fluffy tissue paper sticking out the top, and you put everything in there, gift wrapped.
Yeah.
So then it's like, there you go, it's already done for you. Just stick that under the tree.
Yeah,
and in the
that's what I'm doing. Brilliant. Yeah, I just got some generic black bags, stuck a stamp. I stamped the front of it in nice gold. It says respect. It's got the handles. It's got the big gold bow. Thank you very much. People love it.
Exactly. It's tick, done. I don't have to worry about it. And that is exactly what people want, ease. Have either of you gone to any local businesses in the lead up to Christmas and showcased the products and given them out order forms to put orders in?
No, only because I work full time and I'm knackered.
Have you done it at your work though?
No, and do you know it's funny because I work in the NHS, so I mean I've got plenty of scope, but they keep saying, why don't you bring stuff in? And I don't know what it is. And I think it goes back to that. I'm scared. I don't want to be judged, if it goes wrong or it doesn't.
Oh, you absolutely need to. Seriously, we're going to be having some talks in the new year, because some of my customers, some of my students, their entire business is just based on what they sell in the NHS.
No, because I know everybody.
They take a fortune. I mean, a fortune. And when it comes to Christmas time, when they're buying gifts for people, they can do a huge amount of, all of the stuff for the friends and other people, and they can order it while they're at work, job done. They're not having to think, God, I'm on a 12-hour shift and then I've still got to buy presents. They just put the order in and it's done. And if you go around ward by ward or team by team, you can work out how many you've sold of each thing, and then you make everything in bulk. So you say your order will be ready by this date, but instead of you making them in dribs and drabs, you can just bulk produce everything to the amount that you need. It makes it so different. We've got one lady, Trisha. Her husband used to work at, is it SmithKline, Glaxo?
Oh, you got so yeah,
that one. GlaxoSmithKline or whatever it's called now. And he used to take like a tray, basically a big tray, and she used to put different gift sets and products on there, and he just used to have an order form, and he'd walk around every lunchtime to different offices and different sections, show them the stuff, and then give them the order form, and they'd fill in what they wanted. And then they'd know what date the stuff was going to be going back to them. They'd collect the money in advance. She'd make all of the products and he'd go back in there. Every time they did that, she used to do it 3 times a year. Mother's Day, because they all need Mother's Day gifts. She used to do it in the summer, and then she used to do it for Christmas. And she never took less than £2,500.
Wow.
And that's just from him going in at lunchtime.
Just him going in at lunchtime, yeah. It just, I suppose, because I'm working full time, and I know it's an excuse, but it's like I'm 65 today, so I've got a year.
Birthday?
I've got a year, and I keep saying, as I said, I've got a year to pull this together, because I want to go, I need to retire, and I've got a year to kind of build something up so that when I do retire, you know, I can still keep my mental health, and I've got focus, and I've got extra income coming in, and
You have,
so
but the people that you're not selling to now
I
are the
know,
people who know, like, and trust you. They're the people who'll buy from you when
I
you
know,
retire. That is a
and
ready-built audience that are wanting to support you in your
I
business.
know. They
And
keep
you
saying, "Why
could,
don't you bring stuff in?" And I keep saying, "Oh, I will, I
I
will."
mean, hand cream, you can sell as much hand cream as you can make. Body
Mm.
butters, you will not be able to make enough of them because the hands are always stripped from all of the hand washes.
The hand washes.
So-
My main thing is is pricing. I just never know. I just look at something and I go online, and I just think, and really I need, because I'm buying like big sacks of things, and I you know, I sold my house, so I can afford to buy great big sacks of stuff. I can afford to buy a great big box of cocoa butter and things like that. So I'm never quite sure how much it's actually costing me, and it's something I really need to focus
You need
on.
to sit down and you need to look at your invoices or go on the
Mm,
websites for the suppliers you use.
mm,
And if you don't want to use a spreadsheet, you can just do it on paper
yeah,
and write it down. Work out how much per gram it costs you for that ingredient and then times it by how much is in the actual recipe itself and then how many
yeah,
to get from each of those recipes.
yeah.
You
Because
need to
it's
do
like
your
the body
costing
butter.
properly.
Yeah, because I think I can't remember where I bought the assessment from. I think I either got it from Soap Posh, cosmetic consultants or something. And I just think, how much have I actually paid? I'm not sure. I'm
Well,
not
but
sure.
you'll have the invoices there, won't you?
Yeah,
So you'll be
but
able to go
I
back
tend
and
to
look.
go online and think, right, well, she's selling it for that, she's selling it for that, she's selling it for that, she's selling it for that.
Which is
Well,
fine,
I'll hit the middle.
which is fine, but you don't know what your costs are,
I
right?
know, I need to know how
So you
much am I
definitely
making?
need to know
Is this
that
worth it?
first and then move forward.
Yeah,
But we're going off track a little bit, so let's
yeah,
backtrack because I really do want to. We're just about to finish up, and I just want to think of. Can you think of a way in these last 17 days that you can put some stuff out to try and get yourself some business? Even if that is just putting 1 or 2 gift sets together and taking that around at work, you will get orders. 100% you'll get orders. Think of all of the people that are there that need to buy a secret Santa gift or a gift for one of the other
yeah,
nurses, that, you know, a body butter or a, you know, a hand cream or something for a small gift, or even a full gift set for someone. They're all busy, and you don't need a ton of products. You could just literally take a couple of things in a bag, showcase them with an order form, and I guarantee you'll get sales.
yeah.
And you need sales, because if you're going to retire in a year's time,
No,
we need you
I've got
getting money.
I've got 3 craft fairs. I've got one tomorrow after work, and I've got one Saturday, on Sunday, then I'm back in work, and then I've got one the Sunday after, and then I'm done. I'm
Okay,
done.
but you've still got stock and you've still got people while you're at work that you can be talking to. You
Yeah,
can put them in the staff room with an order form, tell them that they're there, let them have a look at the stuff and order.
yeah. I'm hoping not to have anything left.
Well, let's hope. Sandra's already sold out.
In my head, I've sold out. Me, I'm thinking I'm hoping not to have anything left. Me, I'm done.
First event she went to and she sold everything. I mean, that's a good problem to have.
Well, I sat there last Saturday morning in a community centre in a town that was literally shut off. You could not bring a car in, but everybody, and they was like trying to promote people to go to the community centre because it was, they opened the churches, the churches you couldn't get in apparently. And then I'm sat there thinking, Sarah said this, the tea and bloody cake brigade.
Did they buy?
Pardon?
Did they buy from you, or was it
No,
where the
no,
stall
no,
was the
no.
first
I
thing
did
that they went
about
to?
60, 70 pounds, but I came away, and I just thought, oh, what's in that box? And I'm thinking, wait a minute, if I don't know what's in that box, how the hell is somebody else supposed to know what's in that box? So I've come away and I've kind of grown from that and thought, right, we need a description here. And then my daughter-in-law very kindly took the opportunity to come along, and she drove in, and she's very kind of shy, even though she's a school teacher. She's kind of she's like, you've no prices on them. I wouldn't ask what the price. I would walk away.
Everything has to be priced.
Yeah,
And
so
people have to know what it is. I'll
Yeah.
tell you something. I went to down to the NEC at Birmingham.
yeah,
One of the students had got a big trade stand. They'd spent 15,000 putting the trade stand together.
mm,
And I went down. I wanted to kind of say hi and support them. So I actually drove down to go and see them. There's normally a few people that we've worked with that are showing there. So I get to go around and say hi to everybody. But I went specifically for this one person. And when I got there, he wasn't actually on the stand. He'd got some staff filling in for him that day, which was actually better because I could really look at stuff, you know what I mean, without him kind of. And I looked at it, and the stall was lovely and his display was lovely. But there was one big problem. It was a very big stand and it was 3 meters deep. So the stuff was miles away as you were walking by. So a normal customer walking past the stand, they're not even going to know what the products were. Everything was boxed and everything looked beautiful. But I didn't even know what the stall was selling. And I knew the brand and I knew the products. As you walk past, I would never have known what they sold because everything was in boxes. So I had to actually go onto the stand and I had to talk to the staff. And I had to say, you know, how will they know what these are? Nothing is out on display. You haven't opened the boxes up so they can see what's in the boxes. Anyone walking by here, they wouldn't have known they were reed diffusers or candles or body lotions or anything. They would not have had a clue. It was just a sea of boxes. To them, it looked beautiful. But people at a trade show are just the same as people who were at, you know, a craft event or an international market or whatever you're trading at. They're walking on by. They're out to experience the day. They don't go out to that event thinking, I'm going to go out and spend 100 quid today. That's not on their mind. They're just out to have a nice experience. So you've got to have something that stops them in their tracks. So as they're walking by, they've got, at the NEC, there's 22 halls, 22 huge halls of products, all of those different stands. So they're just walking up and down the rows. If your products don't talk to them, they're not even going to stop.
Yeah.
So we completely changed everything and got them opening boxes up and goodness knows what, so that people actually could see. But that's no different than you being on a craft store, having a lovely gift box that looks great. If they can't see what's in the gift box, it's useless to them.
Yeah.
But most people have them all packaged up and finished, but they can't see what's in them. And people don't know it's a gift set because it doesn't say it's a relaxation gift set, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You literally need to tell people, because until you say, this is great for anyone who's, you know, a bit stressed out, someone who's got depressed, got anxiety, someone who's got a stressful job, this would be the perfect gift for them.
Yeah.
Then they're like, oh my God, that would be great for such and such.
Yeah.
You physically have to put that into their mind for them to connect that they do know someone that will be perfect.
Yeah. Because my son said, because I bought a load of, why I do daft stuff like this, because I like candles and I do make candles as well. But my son said, that should say the perfect Secret Santa.
Exactly.
He said,
what do you have out there for Secret Santa? Even create a small section on your stall that says Secret Santa gifts.
Secret Santa.
All of the things in that price point right there.
He said that. He said most people,
Santa.
you either a tenner or a fiver. He said the bath bomb, the perfect Secret Santa, it's £4.50. He said in a lovely box. He said your candle thing, tenner, the perfect Secret Santa. He said he's either a fiver or a tenner. He said, why have you not gotten us?
Also,
it was very good. It was very critical, but it was
it's
very.
Also, as well as Secret Santa, it's stocking stuffers. That's in that price point as well. And also all of the teenagers who need to buy gifts for each other, or children buying for parents, grandparents, etc. So there's a whole load of people in that more affordable price bracket of under 10 quid. So putting things together in that one section and letting them know that all of these things are ideal for stocking stuffers, Secret Santas, etc., and having them there, it makes life super easy for them, because they're just like, oh, or it's an add-on even to other stuff that they're buying. All right, well, have you had a few bits of inspiration from this?
Yes.
Absolutely, especially the linking between the. I'm going to have to get a QR code done for Facebook as opposed to the website.
That's fine.
Yeah, yeah, because I do have loads of them that I can just go, there you go, off you go.
Exactly.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
We used to give a lot out to homeless shelters and places like that. We always put them into,
Yeah, that's exactly where mine was going.
But think about how, you're trying to build your social media presence up. You're trying to get more engagement on your social media. So use it right now in other ways to boost that as well. There's room for all sorts of things. I'll put those up tomorrow. I'll put the replay up in the morning because I'm too knackered tonight. So I really am.
Me too.
We've just been bouncing. This year has been bloody awful. I can't wait for the new year. I really cannot wait. I just want to sweep away this whole year and just move forward. But yeah. So anyway, I will put those. I've done them as Google Docs. I'll find a way of. I'll do it as a PDF, and I'll put them up onto the Facebook group for you, so that you've got the print out examples. And then I'll put the replay up. So if you want to go back and check any of the bits and pieces that we've gone through today, you've got it all there.
Brilliant, thank you.
Thank you.
Fantastic last 17 days and a wonderful Christmas.
Thank you.
Yeah. Have a fab Christmas.
Bye, love. Bye.
See you later. Bye.